himself went by Bud his entire adult life. Almost nobody outside the family ever knew his real name was Amos. That's the part Trent never bothered to learn. So a month before the baby came, I started saying it. Amos is a big name for a little guy. Around here we'd have called him Moose. Trent hates that kind of thing. He's the one who moved 40 minutes away to a neighborhood with a gate and corrects people who call him Trenton. He'd picked Amos James because he thought it sounded refined. The first time I said Moose at the hospital, my aunt laughed and repeated it. The second time, my grandmother said it, and once my grandmother says something, it's settled law. By the christening, the family group chat had been renamed. My uncle bought him a onesie with a moose on it. Somebody's wife knitted him a hat with antlers. Trent corrected people constantly. He posted on Facebook that his son's name was Amos James, and that he'd appreciate everyone using it. He pulled me aside twice and told me to knock it off. I said I didn't know what he meant. Everybody just liked it. You cannot fight a nickname that sticks. That's not something anyone can do for you or to you. It just decides. The part that finished it happened at Easter, at my grandmother's table, with about 20 of us there. That kid was 13 months old, and he pointed at the moose on the front of his own shirt and said his first word, Moose. I didn't say anything. I didn't need to. Priya and I have a son now. He was born in February, 7 pounds even, and we named him Amos. He gets called Amos because I'm the only one in this family who ever calls a thing by its right name. Trent found out at the hospital and asked if I was doing it to get back at him. I told him no. I told him my grandfather went by Bud for 60 years and never once minded because he knew who he was and it didn't depend on what anybody called him. Then I told him he had 18 years of parent-teacher conferences to explain his kid's name to strangers, and I hoped he'd figure out something good to say.